video game idea I'd like to make, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, by the time I learned how to fucking code and found somebody else to do the art for me, and somebody else to back up my shitty coding, and get it out the door.
Well, you just hire a programmer.
Well, I know, but with what money? Like,
with that money.
Yes, with that money, yes. But with the money I have now, no.
Oh, no, not now. Now you have to do it all yourself.
Yeah, and I don't have any of the experience or know-how.
Well, you can go learn. There's books.
No, I know.
Or you can just do it.
The time involved by the time I would get my, because it would.
You're unemployed now. You got all the time in the world.
True. I was saying by the time
you don't have to play video games. You can just start making them. True. You know, you can download Unreal 4 engine and for free and start working on a game.
Does Unreal 4 work with C# or what code does that work?
I think that was C#, but I'm not sure. Or you can get Unity, or that way if you make a game you can put it on virtually every platform.
Well, I'm trying to figure out which engine would work better with like a combination between when you're around
and another one's something else.
Can you get an HDMI splitter or something?
Maybe, but then that wouldn't. I don't know if that
would solve the problem.
I don't know if Windows would recognize that as two different monitors or just put out the same output to one monitor, to both monitors. So it needs the computer needs to know that there's two monitors and how you want to set that up, because you can set it up to mirror the home screen, or you can set it up to be like a side screen, or you can set it up to be something else.
Is there still like an HDMI port on your motherboard, or is there?
No, just on the video card. I'll have to figure it out. No, because there's four things back there. There's only one HDMI. The other thing's something else that looks vaguely like HDMI, but it's not HDMI. So I don't know what that's about. Because I have a projector. I can make a second monitor work here. I just need to figure out how. This used to be easier. Because I used to have just like the old like PCI hookups, and then there was like a transition where there was a PCI hookup and an HDMI cable, and it was pretty easy to make a second screen for your monitor, because you just plug one HDMI thing in, and then you also have the monitor that's hooked up to the PCI, or not PCI, something like that.
I forget to turn my phone off.
All right, so XCOM 2 is gonna come out in like a couple of weeks here. So I decided I'm going to play XCOM The Bureau.
And I wish I could play XCOM 2, but I'm pretty sure my PC would die.
I don't know. I mean, those games, there's like turn-based, so I'm not sure if they're that graphical intensive or not. Just turn it down.
Well, that I don't know if I could really afford the $60 for
oh, is it $60 bucks or is it 50?
I thought it was 60. Like everything's
60. I mean, most things are 60, but I don't know. I find Steam will usually have some sale if you want to buy it immediately. You can get it for like $53 or something. Yeah. So this is a game I bought it because I kind of wanted to play it, and I just never did. This game has a history of being in development hell forever. I think. I want to say.
Was it supposed to come out before XCOM did? Or?
Yeah. No. I don't.
I'm trying to remember now.
I think they were supposed to come out around the same time. I believe this was after XCOM, but you had that XCOM Enemy Within expansion pack that came out, and I think it was supposed to come out around then. But like this game was delayed for like 3 years, and because it had a big showing at E3 one year, it was like, that looks awesome. And it's like, yeah, that game we showed, we can't make that game. So this is like a third-person shooter that has vaguely kind of squad control that you would have in the normal XCOM games. So I know that you can like tell your squad to do things, and like time moves in slow motion while you do that, and you figure things out. It's almost like how they did in Mass Effect. Turn up the brightness.
Yeah, I always jack mine up way higher.
So you can barely see it. Fuck you.
The better the brightness, the better the fucking picture. So
I want to be able to see what I'm shooting at.
yeah, that's why I got Black Ops 3. I could, even if I turn up the brightness way fucking high, I can still barely see what the fuck I was shooting at.
What difficulty should we put it on?
Let's just do veteran. We're good.
Alright.
Or you're good. I'm not really doing anything, but at the same time, I'm gonna vouch for your
forever on the first level.
ability to shoot things and not die. So, I mean, obviously not rookie, but squatty sounds too pussy, so we're gonna go with veteran.
That reminds me of what's that burrito place that's like on the other side of town?
Hot Harry's.
Yeah. So like I have no idea like how hot their hot sauce is. So I'm like, yeah, just give me one with mild. And he's like, a wimpy? I'm like, yeah, a wimpy. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
I've had their like really hot sauce, and it's not like if you go to Taco John's and ask for the really hot sauce, that'll burn your fucking dick off. If you go to Hot Harry's and ask for the really hot sauce, that'll just like mildly scorch your tongue.
We still don't know their origin.
Well, yeah, and it was like their mild sauce was like it was barely.
It's like tomato sauce.
Yeah, no, it was basically chopped up tomatoes. So yeah, the burrito sucked. That guy was an asshole. I'm like, I'm never eating there again.
Well, because my wife always gets, I get the cheeseburger one, I get spicy ranch on it. It's not really spicy ranch, but it's not regular ranch. So I don't know why they keep saying spicy on shit when it's not even anywhere near spicy. Like, you get the cowboy caviar, it has jalapenos in it, but they pickled it so much you can't really tell.
A device was recently recovered from the Illyrium mine in Bannock, Montana. The technology is unknown to us, but suggests the activity of a far more sophisticated
and they had a
organization.
fucking turkey, like a Thanksgiving burrito back around Thanksgiving for some reason.
Close.
Which I don't know why. I always hate when people do that because they never do like the awesome combination of cheese, gravy, mashed potatoes, turkey, and stuffing. Instead, they always put gross-ass cranberry sauce on it for some reason. I don't know why.
Because you have cranberry with your turkey.
I've never had cranberry with turkey, and I can't say
yeah, it's totally fine. It's a thing people do. Now I don't say like let's throw turkey, cranberry, and stuffing all together like that. It's a bit too much. Like like turkey, stuffing, and mashed potatoes all thrown together on a sandwich covered in like gravy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
My orders are to deliver.
That's why
the cranberries would fuck that up.
Yeah, that's why I think you should go with the awesome combination, not the hey, let's put cranberries on a fucking sandwich.
That's why you just ask for don't put that on there.
Well, it's just like people that make chicken salad, they put grapes and apples in it and shit, and put on a wheatberry bread, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? This is why you don't sleep around on people.
It's here. This is it.
Speaking of sci-fi, supposedly the new X-Files show is not
Well,
I forgot it came out, and then supposedly the reviews are not that good.
oh, it came out?
Yeah, it came out New Year.
What the hell?
I guess I just have to see it for myself. Because Bad X-Files is still like a good show.
Then again, the only X-Files I really ever didn't like was when it got really like politically boring, or just like this big government like political conspiracy shit for no reason. That's the only time.
Well, no, that was like that was an interesting twist to it, but when it became nothing but that,
yeah,
they couldn't really back it up. It was always a nice like, okay, every third episode is gonna be like the overall conspiracy, and like that was usually interesting.
Yeah, but it was like you said before, it was nice to have like, oh, there's this weird fucking serial killer that can climb through fucking 2-inch holes. Like that was a lot more interesting to me than like, oh yeah, this smoking man and the and like they were interesting too, but not in the same way. And not
Smoking Man was great.
Oh, he was. I liked him. It's just I didn't like what the X-Files became in the later seasons, where it was like maybe 1 out of every 5 episodes was like a unique case file or something, and then the other 4 or 9 or whatever were all just like the government's doing this week, and it's like we're gonna stop them. Okay.
Are we a part of the government? Yeah!
We're gonna stop him anyway. That bullet gets stopped because he was wearing that cool vest.
No. See, he got shot in the front, but it went out through his back, so...
And he's just walking around like nothing's happening.
Yeah, he's holding the gun in the shoulder he got shot at. So this dude's a badass.
They're dead.
Oh, have you ever seen the fucking horror movie House of Wax?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I saw it last night. It was on Netflix. I was trying to kill time, and they like shot the guy in like the forearm and then the top shoulder with an arrow. They're like, "Yep, he's dead." it's like these people don't know anything about anatomy.
I don't know, people can survive some amazing things.
True.
Like, go watch that Revenant movie.
You saw it? Did you see it?
No.
Okay.
I'm never going to see that fucking movie till it comes to
that's what I was
home video.
That's what I was asking, because I was about to ask you like last week to go see it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, Colin doesn't want to see it in theaters. And I was like, oh, okay. Then he didn't see it. What the fuck?
Huh?
Oh,
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it. I just heard the latest Bombcast. Drew went and saw that movie, and he said, "Oh boy, like some fucked up shit happens there." And like he goes like, it's like, "Oh yeah, that was based on a true story." And he's like, "That was a true story?" Because like apparently the bear like rips his scalp off at some point. So.
Poor kids.
Well, they had fucking.
Never had a chance.
My wife watches all these like, Who the Fuck Did I Marry, and like true crime shit on like any other network would have.
Gun down.
And there's this one that I was like halfway listening to in the background. This woman was like married to this guy that wanted to marry somebody else, so he decided to kill her. They lured her outside her building, shot her twice in the head, 5 times in the chest, and she lived. It's like she's in a wheelchair for the rest of her life, but she's still alive. It's like, oh okay, fuck.
Just roll on that shoulder.
That'll seal the wound. Fucking Jesus.
This kind of reminds me almost of there's a funny and crazy book called Crooked, which is about like magic and wizards and shit like that, and the devil, and like Richard Nixon, like solving like supernatural crimes and shit with Russian spies. It's a pretty crazy book. It's a really good audiobook because the guy does a Nixon impression the entire time.
Oh yeah, I forgot you listened to audiobooks. I've never listened to one audiobook. So.
Alright. Line him up and take the shot. You've done it 100 times.
You gotta grunt more, you're not gonna hit him.
I think I have infinite ammo. Infinite 45!
Good thing their brains aren't in their necks. Otherwise, headshots would be.
Star Trek 6. The Undiscovered Country.
Or the neighbors. Or no, it was the Watch. With Ben Stiller and fucking Vince Vaughn. Jonah Hill.
Yeah, but Star Trek did it first.
No, I know, I'm just saying that's the thing I know it from.
Yeah.
I don't know it from Star Trek. I know it from.
You remember that part of the Star Trek 6 where he's in the prison and like he kicks that alien in the knee, and then he's like, and like the guy groans and piles over, and he's like, it's like, what the problem? What's the problem with him? And like the lady's like, not all aliens keep their genitals in the same place. Okay, got a roadie run going.
That looked like an agent. Maybe he's still alive.
Everybody knows if you wear a vest and slacks and this hat, you don't die. You get shot, you keep going.
Agent Carter, I'm Agent Nils.
Agent
Director
Carter
Falk ordered me to.
Falk. Is he still alive?
Last I heard, grab that two-way over
You
there.
say
and try to
Falk,
reach it.
is he still alive, or fuck, is he still alive?
don't really know. Maybe Falk? I wasn't really paying
Director
attention.
Falk, come in. This is Carter.
This is Agent Kenny. The director and I are defending the sub-level lab.
Kenny, he's gonna die.
You have an escape route.
We're maintaining position until you and Mills report for evac.
Right. I'm on my way.
Get to the advanced materials warehouse and take the elevator to the sub-level. We'll hold here as long as we can.
Come on, we can cut through here.
Let's turn subtitles on.
Yeah, I don't know why subtitles are always in weird fucking places. Like Giant Bomb and like IGN, they're always fucking like, yeah, sometimes in game options, sometimes in graphics, sometimes in sound, sometimes it's in whatever fucking category they can put it in, apparently.
Oh, let's turn classics. Yeah, definitely.
I didn't know that game would even have that option.
Field of view. Turn that up. Turn up to 80, why not? Good. Well, it's not gonna reset it yet, but
Yeah.
at least then it just like suddenly stopped my game and like, oh.
Subtitles? Is it subtitle anywhere?
I haven't seen it. Oh, there it is. It's an audio settings. Okay.
Is that corpse smoking?
That's the 50s. Everyone smoked, even corpses.
Jesus, what's happening out there?
I don't know, devil. Look, we're just gonna steal people's pictures.
Nah, he left it.
Apparently he has a photographic memory.
Like, examine the photo, but don't, like, turn it over or look at anything.
No, you know, not every game to be like Resident Evil or any other game that actually has you examine things. What this is.
The Order 1886.
Yeah,
They
I
had
really
that.
wanted to like that game. I mean, it had a pretty decent story, and it had awesome cutscenes, but that's all the game was cutscenes. I paid, thankfully, I only paid like $18 for cutscenes. I didn't pay $60 like some.
Guns ready now! What is that? Run! Get indoors!
Carter, look out!
I mean, who the hell did develop that?
I don't remember. You got a phone? Look it up.
See if you can open the door. I'll meet you
There's a
inside.
computer there, too.
I'll use my phone.
All right.
I never use my phone.
Gotta get that door open.
Yay, an M14.
Sorry, soldier. I need this more than you do.
And you're dead.
I don't think he's gonna object. Maybe he will.
A squad commander lives and dies by their choices on the battlefield. Charging into combat only gets a brave soldier shot. If a commander wants to achieve victory over superior forces, they must be observant, creative, and precise.
Oh, why did I forget the name of the game already? What was that?
The Order 1886.
Keep quiet. They're here. Get in
I just
position
like
behind
totally
those
blanked for a
crates.
second.
I'll
Like,
flank you
shit,
from the
what hell
window.
is the
Fire! Nowhere to hide, you bastards! Eat lead! Die! Die!
I think your bullets will still be effective if you don't have to see it. Ready at Dawn did it.
Who's that?
And SES Santa Monica Studios.
That's it. Let's keep moving. That got him. Let's meet up by the door on the other side.
I don't have unlimited pistol.
Well, Santa Monica Studios developed the game engine that was used in God of War 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Nice
Yeah.
shot.
And then
You're
Ready
good,
at Dawn.
I
I
used
know,
to be.
I know I've heard their fucking
Bullshit.
name.
Falk wouldn't be interested in you if you weren't the best.
What's Giant Bomb
We'll
say they
see.
do?
That's what I was trying to get to. I know I'd probably play another one. Yeah, they did. God of War, Chains of Olympus, God of War, Ghost of Sparta.
Okay, they did the PSP games, yeah.
Daxter, Okami HD.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, those games are those PSP God of War games were like technically impressive, so that kind of you scale them up, give them a budget, that kind of makes sense.
They're getting torn to shreds up there.
Those flyboys ought to pull out.
They aren't up there to win. They're buying us time.
No more children.
Get some fire on that ship! The air is slowing down!
I guess the people that started Ready It Down broke away from Sony and Naughty Dog.
Keep firing!
The first game was Daxter. And then, like I said before, Chains of War, and then the Wii port of Okami, and the other God of War game.
Cover and position will keep your agents safe and opens the enemy to attack. You can cue actions for your agents, such as moving to a position and firing on an exposed enemy. Watch for opportunities and make every shot count. The battlefield can be your ally if you use it well.
While very impressive and
Watch out!
that visual scope is just not a complete game.
Idea.
They're pretty much missing the gameplay of the game. Because the werewolf battles and the cinematic scenes were like fucking awesome. They're actually pretty good. And then like the rest of the game, like it says in a lot of other reviews, you're just battling nameless, nondescript rebels with red bandanas on for no reason. And it doesn't really make any goddamn sense. And it brings back the trope and shooters of people just spawning out of corners and you battling them until you clear that corner or move close enough to it. The corner shuts down and then another corner opens up. So is it like powers or just items?
It's powers. But this is like...
Hit it hard!
Reinforcements!
Set up crossfire.
Like the Crossfire game from the 90s with like the two ball shooting guns. That was awesome.
Crossfire!
You will get crowd when you Crossfire. That's what I say.
I remember I got this weird board game. It was like Omega something. Like it had like a talking machine in the middle, and like you had to take these people on like some derelict space station and like pick up these different artifacts along the way, and you only won the game if you got all 3 artifacts and like took it to the supercomputer. Apparently that game's worth money now because everybody forgot about it and was like, oh shit, that game, because board gaming's weird now.
Yeah, I never even heard of that one because I know I was definitely poor enough. I only had games like Crossfire and Labyrinth, and then fucking just had like the basic like, oh, I have Monopoly, and I think one of my uncles bought me like Hero Quest, like a Dungeons and Dragons like table game type of thing.
Huh.
And other than that, I think I had Stratego at one point, but I lost like most of the pieces for that, and had Risk, and I think that was pretty much it. I think I had this like one game I remember my mom buy for like my birthday at one point. It was like this weird, fucking like plastic, like medieval knights like Stratego meets Risk type of fucking game, but it was really horrible. I couldn't understand what the rules were. The pieces were really cheap and chintzy. It just didn't make any sense.
God damn, that was close.
But now in my adult life, I have much cooler board games like Catan, and Ticket to Ride, and Carcassonne, and Cards Against Humanity. And for some reason,
It's not supposed to explode.
Oh fuck! What was that one show they had on Discovery for a while where
It doesn't look like a bomb to me.
No.
in the cabs
Doesn't
do
look like anything good either.
What, Cash Cab?
Yeah, I have that board game.
That's
I don't
a
know.
board game.
Yes, it's a board game. I have that one. It was like $15.
It's basically just Trivial Pursuit, but
Let's
like
not stick
a
around to
cab.
find out.
Yeah, pretty much. The only way
They have little plastic
the only way you
cabs.
move the cab is like getting answers right. So yeah, like Trivial Pursuit. And then instead of the circular board, it's a map of New York, and you're trying to get to a destination first or some shit. I don't know. Rack up more money before your destination. I can't. It has like a dynamic of the show, but also
Use your cloak. Cloaking.
You never like get kicked out, I don't think, or lose like in the real show. I always kind of wonder what happened to that show. It seemed like it was something that was really cheap to produce and could have went on forever.
Yeah, I mean it's a daytime show, so I don't know. Like it might still be on for as far as I know.
I haven't seen it for a long time.
Keep your head down.
I mean I haven't seen it either, but
Moving to position.
I can't say they probably like missed it so much they sad about it. It was a pretty decent trivia show. That was the only reason I'd ever take any mass transit system in New York, or any transit system in New York.
That one was close.
Or even go to New York. Cash grab.
I'd go to New York. I just don't have a reason to be there.
Nobody has
Hit it
a
hard.
reason.
Well, everybody else is there.
Yeah, that's
Hit that button. The elevator will take us down to Director Falk.
I don't know what my version is of Big City, but I do not like them.
No, I don't want the shotgun.
Yeah,
leave the
there's
pistol
really
behind.
ever a lot of tactical cover
Before more of them
shooters,
show up.
shotguns predominantly.
Oh, shotguns were awesome in XCOM. Just normal XCOM or the recent 2008 XCOM or whatever that was, or 2012 XCOM. Because that's what you put your shotgun guy on Overwatch. When somebody come around the corner, he just blew their fucking head off. Yeah, shotguns never have enough range, and like they're deadly up close. But usually there's games where you're doing that, like you get killed before you get up close to somebody.
They're outside. Grab some cover.
Yeah,
Where do you
because
want me
usually
clearing?
you have the guys with the shotgun have like they can move like double time, or they can fucking like dodge shit better and stuff like that, or deal critical damage better.
Cover there. On the move.
You almost think they like scrap their shit halfway through to like
Make
work
him
like
hurt.
a regular XCOM game, because it almost seems like it. It almost seems like me at first is just a straight up third person shooter, no tactical elements to it.
Yeah, I don't know when they added that.
Take cover. Repositioning.
Ah, blind fire.
Just picture a guy, blind guy, like fucking fired at
Ah, it's legal for me to own this.
Oh, you see they passed the law in Texas that you can carry firearms in the insane asylum now?
Yeah.
Which seems fucking retarded.
Whatever. It's Texas. You should have firearms everywhere in Texas.
My baby's being delivered. I want my firearm.
It's
Alright,
here.
you've seen that.
Finish him off. Dead. Let's
It's so
move.
painted.
That's it. Let's head down. Those taller ones. They're different. I think they're
Yeah,
giving the
they're
orders.
different. Good
The
choice
others
of
are just
words.
grunts. Jesus. Let's get out of here. Come on, let's go.
We're going to find out. Let me reload first.
Kind of. I don't know if it would do damage exploding,
I hope Falk's okay.
but Falk's dead.
No fucking way.
How do we know Director Falk is still alive? The old man's tough as nails. And he's got Kinney and Weaver to watch his back.
We
Yeah.
already know Kenny's
But who says they can be trusted?
Weaver,
They've been with us since the beginning. If anyone's loyal to Falk, it's those two. The hell are those?
Yeah, I watched a documentary that was free on Amazon about the Kenner toys and Star Wars toys in like the fucking 70s and 80s. It was kind of interesting, but it also was kind of just like people showing off their
Never stood a
collections and
chance.
cameras.
We've got to reach
So it's
Director
like,
Falk
oh,
before they
okay.
do. Loyalty's got nothing
That
to do
stuff
with
was
it.
interesting because
Just before the attack,
Lucas had the
people turned
foresight
on
to
me.
get all the rights to
I think she was
like the
infected
toys and
with
sequels
something.
and stuff to Star
Her eyes
Wars.
turned black. She
So
shot
that's
me
where
and
he
went
made
after
most
the
of his
case
money
I was
was
carrying.
from the toys.
Yeah.
That's where he got enough money
I
to
don't know
make
what happened
the
after
Empire
that.
Strikes Back.
Whatever was in that case, it killed her.
Because he paid for the
Saved
next
my
two
goddamn
movies.
life.
And then,
I'm surprised the studio didn't want to help him pay for it.
well, see, Fox did a distribution deal. Because back then, sequels were shit. Like, nobody wanted to do a sequel. And, like, Fox, I think Fox owns Planet of the Apes. Like, they had a thing where they used to do where, like, every time they did a sequel to Planet of the Apes, they cut the budget in half and they produced a sequel. So like they figured like that's about how much like they're gonna get a return on their investment, so they just cut the budget in half. And so like those Planet of the Apes movies, their first ones got really fucking weird. Like the further you got in, I think in one episode, I think one of them is just it just takes place in a cavern with a nuclear bomb and a computer at the bottom of it. And then you know Dr. Zaius and whatever trying to figure shit out, and it's like time travel or something. Yeah, it gets weird.
I saw that, and then there was. I wish it was free on Amazon Prime, but it was a paid-for documentary. It was about Image Comics and how they started, like back in like the early '90s and shit.
Oh, is that like Spawn and shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
and like Gen 13 and Stormwatch.
The fuck is going on there?
That seems like a graphical glitch.
Yeah.
Like
Like this blood sperm hanging out of the.
Apparently, they did not know how to process a blood trail or blood spilling out of a vent on it or something.
So where do we find Falk?
But no, yeah, it was
The
supposed to be
Illyrium
how
lab is
all
just
those
ahead.
guys like got paid.
What's
At least
Illyrium?
from
I
the
don't think you're
trailer
cleared
and stuff
for
like that. These guys
I don't
got
think
paid
it
like
matters
$20,000
anymore.
a year.
Right.
They went from that to making like
We
fucking
found it a couple of years
$700,000 a paycheck and
Didn't take long to figure out
driving
that
in
it's an
sports cars and
extraterrestrial
fucking
element.
shit clothes to work.
Some sort of space.
Who is this?
Oh, people that
Can't be
started
a coincidence
Image
that these
Comics.
Oh, okay,
Because
yeah.
they worked
The
for
only
Marvel
Illyrium
and
lab
shit
on
before
Earth.
that.
Yeah.
And like the span of 6 months, they became millionaires. And they had like the bit there. In 6 months, they became the second largest publisher of comics, even though they only had 6 titles. And obviously, one of them was Spawn. I don't know what the other originals were. I know eventually, like Matt bought like a bunch of Gen 13 stuff.
Does this make any sense to
And
you?
then I had
kidding?
a bunch of
I'm no
Stormwatch, like
scientist.
early Stormwatch.
But I've talked to him.
And we both
think
had
this
like a
stuff
little
is
bit of
Elvis in the
Spawn,
second
but I don't
coming.
remember what the other ones were.
Yeah, Spawn was huge when it came out.
Yeah, there's nothing else fucking like it ever. So I can see why.
Well, now it's just Spawn is stupid now, but at the time it was awesome. It was like,
Yeah,
oh shit, an adult comic, and like all this weird shit's going on, and guns and boobs and.
Is Spawn even still a continuing series, or is it just not even?
I don't know about comic wise. I kind of just assumed it's kept going on, but
Yeah, because I haven't really looked. I mean, I buy comics on a semi-regular basis, and I don't think I really paid attention if there was anything Spawn out there anymore. Because it's been so long that I don't know if you can
You there! Stop!
really
Stand
follow
down,
it if
soldier.
you got back into it now.
Agent
the
Mills,
HBO
good
show
to
they
see
did
you
was
alive.
really good.
Agent Carter, we need to talk.
That's right. William Carter.
It was
Agent
weirdly
Second Class
hosted
CIA
by
reporting his order.
Todd
Now, can I
McFarlane.
get some answers?
You had an
Because like he
artifact
like
to
basically
Do you
kind of
have
do
it?
this introduction.
It was destroyed in the fighting, sir. I'd be dead if it hadn't somehow healed my wounds.
Interesting. When we get out of here, my team will want to do some tests.
Sir, with respect, my assignment here is temporary.
Oh, yeah,
Under the
that's-
circumstances,
I tell you,
should
I
report
watched
immediately
the
to
fucking
Director
remake of
Frost.
Poltergeist.
We have to assume that the
No.
director of Central Intelligence is dead.
And they fucking
Sorry,
had.
Carter, but the protocols
What
are clear.
I hated
You work
most
for me
about that
now.
movie was the fact that literally they have a line of dialogue in it, like, you know, they're just like the original one. Their daughter gets kidnapped, they see her in the TV and
I
shit.
can't just be here.
Uncertain.
And you know they
There's been
think
a
it's fucking
nationwide
crazy.
communications
And they're
blackout.
literally like the
I'm
next
working under the
scene.
assumption
They're
that
at this
Washington
like
has been hit.
some random
My God.
university's
For now,
like
we
paranormal
have to assume
department,
the worst.
which I don't know if that even fucking exists in real life anywhere.
No.
But it was like, oh
Do we
thank
know anything
God,
about these
you know
things?
everybody,
We theorized
you know.
about these outsiders for
Everybody
some
else we
time.
thought would think it was
But this
crazy.
is
I'm
our
like, well,
first
you think you'd show a
confirmed
couple
contact.
shots of
And
people
it's
telling
gone
you you're
just
fucking
great.
crazy.
We were hoping
for
to learn
telling-
more from that artifact.
Like they just didn't like even bat an eye. Like,
Now,
yep, your daughter's
we've got
pulled
no
into the
shortage of
closet into a
material
vast
stuff.
chasm,
I just want to
and
know
it, you know,
one
just
thing.
sealed itself
How
up,
to
and
get
now she's
rid
in the
of them.
television. That
You
sounds
and me
normal.
both, Carter.
Yep, let's go over to the house, and then this fucking
Why did they attack us?
guy that my
We've
wife
got a
was
lot
even
of
like,
theories,
why the fuck is
with
he
no
on the
answers.
team?
Maybe they're from
Like, he
the
keeps
moon
like
and they don't want us
pestering the
coming
little
there
boys
first.
like,
This
why'd
is
your
hardly
parents
the
make
time
this
for
up?
jokes, Agent Carter.
They're just trying for money. Like, what the hell
I
is
can't
this shit?
stay here.
Like,
First,
and
we
then
evacuate this
they
facility.
have to have him
Then
go up and put
we'll figure out
sensors
how
in
to
the
strike
closet
back.
where
Getting
Caroline
out of here is
or
gonna
whatever
be
got
tough.
fucking pulled
I've got
into.
to finish securing the research here.
And
Without
so he
it, we
drills a
won't have
fucking
chance.
hole, and the power of the
You,
drill
Nils,
dies.
and Agent Kinney
And
collect
so he
the
goes to
commanders
plug
in the
one
war
in.
room and lead
He
them
drills
to
through
the
the
rail
hole and just
platform.
fucking punches through the wall, and there's nothing there. And so he loses it, and they get ripped through the wall like at 100 miles an hour with the cord and everything.
Good to meet you.
And then he just like fucking looks in the hole, sticks his entire arm through, and I'm like, yep, that's the safest way to tell if it's safe to stick your dick in there. Stick your arm in there first. And it's like, as I know, if you just saw a fucking power cord, 100-foot or 100-foot power cord and drill get ripped through there by nothing.
Get into position while they're
Like,
distracted.
that's something I want to do is stick my fucking arm through there. But that was like my problem with the fucking movies, that they kept saying like, oh, this is so fucking stupid, nobody's gonna believe us, and like nobody had a problem believing them the entire fucking movie. That, and there's this part where Sam Rockwell's character has to go because they like a fucking wild squirrel in their house. He goes to like a local hardware store to buy stuff to build the trap for it. And so he goes there, has like 4 credit cards he tries before he finds one that has any money left on it. And then he comes back to the house. He's got like an armful of like $2,000 worth of shit. Like, they have no money, nobody has a job, they just bought a house and moved there. And then he's like, oh, everybody deserves a treat. And it's like, you couldn't even pay $10 for chicken wire 2 seconds ago. And now you bought your kid a fucking drone, you bought your wife fucking diamond earrings, you bought your daughter a new smartphone, you bought, I can't remember what he bought the girl. It was like some, like, princess set or some shit, and then pizza and a bunch of other shit on top of it. And I'm like, how the fuck did you come up with money? And like the rest of the movie, they just keep purchasing like new cars and houses and shit. And it's like, well, see, I'm unemployed. I don't have endless cash flow that I'm aware of. So I thought that was kind of bullshit. You have a laser turret to place?
No, one of my buddies does.
Oh.
Set up a turret.
Turret? You got it.
You know, everybody knows when you set up a turret in real life, you match with a portal.
You know, alien tech.
Cover there. On my way.
Hit it hard.
Combo.
Yeah, it seems like something should be reserved for Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat. This game here. So far, it doesn't look bad.
No, it's a style to it I like. It kind of just plays like a third-person shooter, and some of this tactical stuff is interesting.
That's it. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, it's gotta be pretty cheap still.
Yeah, I think I bought it was like $6 or
That's
something.
it.
I mean,
Let's
it's got.
move on.
As far as I remember when it
see why
came
Frank
out, it
wants you
was
for the
obviously
Euro,
the straight
Carter.
60 or
That's
whatever
what I told
dollars for a while, but it got pretty cheap pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it was very successful.
No.
That's why I was kind of surprised when I looked up Little Need for Speed game, and I figured like, oh, this thing's a pile of shit. It's gotta be like $20 by now or $30. Nope, still $60.
Yeah, I mean, it came out pretty recently, so.
I mean, I wasn't really surprised the Until Dawn was still 60.
Let's not find out.
Yeah, I don't think they
Just get to
produced
the
a lot
wall
of
and
those, so I
collect
think
the
it's
brass
just
and get out.
a lack of.
Neither but left to collect.
Yeah, they can still charge a lot for that one.
Well, because I found you can rent that from Redbox. So I was trying to rent that from Family Video too, but they didn't have any copies of that either. So I was like, oh, the 2 games I want to play, I can't
More
fucking find.
artillery.
Like,
We shouldn't feel it this far.
I can't remember. Was it Redbox like almost $2 a day for title or whatever?
I can punch people. 1950s judo.
In other words, smoke a cigarette and punch somebody in the face.
They're here.
Thanks, really loud, nasally guy. I don't think I'd seen anybody really explode in the door.
Score one for us.
Oh, they're actually like they're like leveling up. Yeah. Huh.
Well, I guess that doesn't not make sense considering that's what the other game did. But
So I saw some like +1 numbers go. Engineer, recon, squad leader.
your only ability as a squad leader is the heal thing right now.
Yeah, looks like it.
It seems like everybody else has all their options already unlocked, even though they just fucking joined. So.
Yeah, well, they're like level 5. I'm level 1.
This must suck for them because they're the better agents and they're not even in control.
These fucking rookies are ahead of us.
It's like, why does he get to be in charge? I like his hat.
He's
That's
older. It's fucking 40-year-old piece of shit.
Down here?
This will lead us around to our deaths.
Reactors, munitions, all kinds of stuff.
Some of the things I saw, it was just like out of one of the old Captain Thunderclap serials.
Yeah, Captain Thunderclap.
Oh yeah, that's why you're in charge. That guy's fucking obsessed with somebody having a cereal box.
Captain Thunderclap, he has the ultimate venereal disease.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't sound very good in today's terms. Captain Thunderclap, he can't pee without wincing. Well, at least it's nice how things highlight pretty showingly and actually showing.
Yeah, I mean,
Get to your position. Yeah.
oh, huh.
You've got better than.
I can do that.
Let's stay together.
Played enough games recently where they just try and guide you around,
Find your point.
like Battlefield or Hardline,
Regroup, fellas.
where I was trying to find all the evidence and shit on every level.
Yeah.
The fucking achievement. I didn't know until like the last level you could find intel on corpses, or evidence on corpses. So I kept like, why does the arrow keep telling me it's here? There's nothing here.
Delirium reactors.
I keep fucking
You better
dancing
believe it.
around. I got so
Reactor
pissed
like
off
this
at
must put out as
system.
much
I didn't
juice as the
wanna
Hoover Dam.
fucking- It's almost non-directive, but it is
Those
directive.
walls were supposed to withstand a nuclear
But you can
blast.
always. It's one of those games where you always tell if you're on the right level or not, a multi-level stage, because it's like, well, it says I'm 3 meters away from it, but then the arrow changes directions by 180 degrees when I step forward, so it must be on the other one. So otherwise, this doesn't make sense. Say,
Get in there and help.
Said something, 8 enemies dug in, maybe? Maybe that's what they said?
It's not like everybody was just talking at once.
Get behind that.
I almost want to see people get shot and roll around in combat in real life to see if they really grunt this much. 10 people died to prove that
damn.
grunting does not take place in the purely
Jeez, this doesn't look good.
It seems like your guys are just kind of like, oh, you haven't assigned to cover this.
I signed them to the cover. I was behind, but they decided to, like, die.
Because they're just kind of like fucking standing up above the cover, so they're getting shot from it. So that's why I was confused. I'm like, is there like a glitch going on right now, or just that what happened? Because I didn't really see a sign of it yet, so it's like, oh, they're just falling.
Are they down? God damn it. What the fuck?
They both down here.
Keep the pressure on him.
Did I heal him or not?
I don't know. I thought from your ability and stuff, you didn't exactly have to be right next to him. Just throw a bottle of peroxide and a roll of bandages over there. And then... Now we can match a leader. I have to say, I don't know how many people would not be able to get through that.
We gotta get in there and help.
It's pretty much.
God damn it.
Well, I just gotta set up right here.
No, I know. I'm just saying you got a lot of frontal fire and that they can flank you
Going
pretty
stealth.
easily because you're pinned down pretty much exclusively from all the fire from the front.
More of the little
So
guys.
considering you only have 3 people in your team, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lot of. That's not a lot of firepower to wage against a turret and about 4 to 5 people firing with semi-automatic or automatic weapons in front of you Prevent them from not moving freely around you.
Set up a gun. Turret out. Moving out. Moving.
Like scatter shot. What scatter?
No, it does something where it makes the enemies scatter.
I'm ready. They took out our gun turret.
Well, that was all. It's not like it was a real person.
Focus on that one. Taking it down.
Oh, is that hit percentages?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell. I saw like a number pop up. I thought, so I didn't know if it had like hit percentage.
I think that was like the amount of health left for them, but I don't know.
Finish it off. Time to put this one to finish. Down. That's the last of them.
It's a good thing we had all this indestructible cover.
We're making
because
bombs
and
with the
then, like, it did.
Yeah, nuclear bombs. Bigger than any nuke we have now. Way bigger.
How they brought that up in other sci-fi movies where the aliens are just like, yeah, the only weapon they have is an atomic bomb. That's fucking bullshit or whatever. And it's like, yeah, the aliens are so technologically advanced. They just have bigger weapons than what we have.
They just use straight energy, son.
Not saying there's anything whippy or low tech about, you know, frying people into fucking atoms, but at the same time, yeah. I'm pretty sure like creating a black hole out of thin air and sucking everybody into a vortex would be slightly, possibly more technological advanced.
The war room is this way.
He created the opposite of a sun.
The moon? I'm like, oh.
Damn. They're digging? Why? What are they doing?
This place is
They
coming
like to
down.
probe
We gotta get the
things.
hell out of here.
Leave 'em alone.
First we save the brass, then we evac.
The war room is just ahead.
Yeah, it was funny when I watched To Hell and Back fucking last night. That fucking claymation movie made by people like Robot Chicken, like Mila Kunis and fucking Danny McBride and other people in it. I didn't know it had, yeah, I'm blanking on his name now too. The guy who does Archer.
Oh, H. John Benjamin?
Yeah, he was a raping tree. And, like, he fucking put like a velvet jacket on and like popped a bottle of champagne and put his limb around the devil and was like, yeah, you know what, this champagne goes really well with rape or whatever, and just like fucking talking about how you're gonna rape him and shit. Like, okay.
Let's take them down.
Let's take him to dinner. How many weapons can you carry? 2?
Yeah, it looks like it.
General Dean,
2 and some
are you all right,
grenades.
sir?
Where's Fogg? What happened here?
I'll ask the questions, son.
Yes, sir.
I raped all these
Director
aliens
Falk is
to
at the
death.
rail platform. Our orders are to escort you there immediately.
Then lead the way.
General!
Clear the target, now! That's not Deems. He's one of them!
Nils, get back! Just hang on, sir. It's gonna be... Okay.
It's gonna be. Quit choking me. So what are you trying
Why
to get
did you
beans
stop
for?
me?
What the hell were you
Huh?
thinking?
I
What are
was
you gonna-
thinking that I just
Why do they
saved
want
your life.
beans? Did he have some secret plan or something?
I think he's just a general.
You ambushed a 4-star general. How do you expect?
Because it
me
looked
to
like, you know,
react?
like the lady up front, like she was also like some high-ranking official. And
Deems is dead.
pulled one on
we don't
them.
have time to waste. What happened to the rest of the leadership?
They were dead when I got here.
I thought Agent Weaver was sent here to guard them.
I
Looks
am
like
Agent
the
Weaver,
humans have
Angela
discovered some
Weaver,
element
and
that the
infected
aliens
bastard
want.
was
So.
already here
Yeah.
when the fighting started.
One of their puppets attacked me earlier. What's causing this?
I'm not sure, but obviously it's connected to this attack. We've been tracking cases like this.
I like how when I
years.
read,
Dean was one of our top brass. How did he come under their control without anybody realizing?
As far as we know, there's
like every
no
time
way
they
of
have
telling who
somebody
might be
like come
susceptible
along,
to their control.
like a woman,
they got to Dean,
always fucks things up.
to any of us.
Every fucking time.
You knew
It's
they
like,
killed
what the
Hoover
fuck?
and the others.
And
You
it's
could have
like,
taken him
damn
out
you,
earlier.
I
Marlene,
was
why'd you
going
do
to,
that?
but he was resisting their control. He might have been able to fight it
It's
off.
almost like those writers
Shot him
had
to
some
stop
problem
him
with
from
women.
killing him.
We have to get out of here.
Because
Falk
even
ordered us to bring any survivors to the rail platform.
The diesel will only get you as far as the test site.
she's in the same like fucking team with Jessica Jones and other. Now I need to figure out